All right, guys, we're back. We got the Supra down in the shop, the red one. Gonna finish taking some stuff off. Got the roof off. Gotta get the little pop-ups down for wind deflectors. Finish taking steering column out. Finish the door. Take that off. Take the seals off. Then we can start working on the damage. Gotta get the glass to come out too. Cool. Here we go. Jump in here real quick. Saw something. I'm gonna let the owner know. This is the window regulator line. See, it's really starting to fray. So it's on its way out. So well, I'll just let the owner know. Just thought I'd show you guys quick. Okay, I want to quick show you guys this. So there's two Phillips that go right here. And the goal is getting one that fits perfectly. Like, you know, the one that's, the head's not too big or not too small. If that makes sense. Because these Phillips always are really difficult to take out for some reason. I don't know if it's like moisture gets on them, they get rusted. But you don't want one that's too small or that's going to strip the head. So I've seen that done on other Supras. So I don't know if it shows, but this like this head right here is the one that fits in perfect. Kind of see. So just a little note if you ever work on these. Okay, so the battery died while I was doing the door, but I got a lot more of the car stripped out. There's a few things left to do. Brake, gas pedal, firewall insulator. That door's pretty stripped. Got a lot more of the stuff out, give it a quick vacuum. So now what I'm gonna do is finish up the brake lines, get the brake lines out. And then I got a glass guy that's coming in a day or two. That'll take the glass out and then we can start fixing the damage. So yeah, cool. Okay, so I got most of the lines out. I'm gonna clean up the engine bay, just rinse it out because there's tons of grease and dirt and stuff built up. So we're gonna do that now. All right, so we had a glass guy come, we took the glass out of the car. Now we can go ahead and start actually removing the quarter panel. And then just take this bracket off and then start taking, actually, you know, I might take the, was thinking of leaving the deck lid on, the hatch, just so I could use it for fitting. And I'm wondering if it'll just be better to take it off and then put it back on. So I'll probably do that. Okay. All right, you can see here the most common problem with the Supra is the hatch likes to rust out because there's nowhere for the water to go that sits in between the glass and the hatch. Okay, so we got the car jacked up. I got a support bracelet just in case, you know, there's no reason not to. Just so there's no flex, because there's no roof on the car. It wants to kind of come in when it gets jacked up. So I figure that'll just keep it in place better. I gotta take the wheel off, and then we can start digging into this. Get this thing off. Alright, so unfortunately the camera did die. I think the battery needs to be replaced. I think it's seen better days. But anyway, we got, I don't know if you can see in here, got a lot of the shape coming back. Just having this hold it in place right now. So I'm gonna now just go on and get everything else off here. Here we go. All right, here's our first look with the outer quarter panel skin off. Gotta fix all of that. Make that nice again. Gotta finish cleaning up down there. Clean up this. Got all of that I gotta take off still. But yeah, came out pretty good. So. Cool. All right, keep going. Okay, I just want to show this. I don't know if I can get it on camera, but the inner wheel housing, the lip, this is usually flat. You know, it's usually a flat, and it was rolled up so you can fit a wider tire. What happens when you do that is dirt gets trapped in there when you're driving. And what that's going to cause is rust down the road. So there's a ton of dirt that is in the way. And my vice grip trying to pull the lip flat so I can drill the spot welds. Just a ton of dirt. Something to think about when you roll your fenders. All right, let me show you guys what's going on right here. So normally in the manual, they say to leave the section like this and then weld it right here. But the factory does a silicon bronze weld, the joint. So if you come over here, you can see where the roof and the quarter panel join. See how it's got a little hump right there for the roof to sit on, and then seam weld silicon bronze. So what I'm doing is I got the roof, some of the roof spot welds taken off, not all of them, but quite a ways down that way. I got a plastic wedge underneath that I can get at the welds on the inside of the quarter panel. So when I put the new one on, it'll go back on like factory. All right, this is the first look at test fitting. The back needs to go up a little higher. The problem I'm having is just this. The inner wheel well needs more work, so it can sit up a little higher, just a smidge. And then this will slide in all the way to where it needs to be. So you can see we're not quite there because of that. But this slides in under here. Again, it needs to go up just a tiny, tiny bit. You can see how much it needs to go up. If we can focus. There we go. Just the tiniest bit of it needs to go up. But considering what was on there, that actually looks like a quarter panel, you know? Cool. All right. More work, here we go. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do now that the panel's laid on, I'm gonna take a scribe and scribe right where the panel lays, and that's where my cut line will be. So it's a perfect cut. Okay, so obviously got the quarter panel off. Here's our scribe line for where we need to cut. And then I need to finish the inner wheel housing. Make that nice, and then it'll fit better. So here we go. Okay, let me show you where we're at with the inner wheel well housing. All that we have left to really fix is to bring, I don't know if they'll see, to bring that over. Everything else is looking pretty good. So it's just that. And then that should be good. And then we gotta trim that up and do another fitment test. So once that's trimmed up, it'll sit in better on that side. Cool. Looks pretty good. It wants to push out because of that, but if you were to hold it, almost like I know what I'm doing. Almost. All right, last shot before the camera dies. Here's the new fitment. See the gap up here? It's really good. All of these lines look really good. Got the door. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting, the gap. Yeah, that's looking really good. Cool.